everyone. My name is Matthew Lemons, and welcome to the Colonel Report. The Colonel Report is a bi weekly podcast that focuses on getting to know the student athletes on and off the field. I'll get to know what our athletes like, how last season went, what they did to get better in the off season, how they feel about this season, and what it's like to play in a new conference and in front of fans again. Today, my guest is receiver Jyran Mitchell. Jyran is a redshirt sophomore from Madison, Illinois, who is studying business management. So far, Eastern Kentucky is off to a 5-2 start, and y'all just had a pretty thrilling come from behind win this past week. I was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Um, and y'all are undefeated in the A-Sun Conference this year, and you have 8 receptions for 72 yards and touchdown. You even got 2 tackles on defense and 1 completion for 42 yards. You're quite the Swiss Army knife right now. So welcome to the show.
Feels good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I didn't want to just jump right into the talk about what it's like for the football team and everything. I wanted to kind of let people who watch this get to know who you are a little bit off the field, just what you like, what you don't like, things like that. So first off, do you have a favorite local restaurant in Richmond or in general, like a favorite place?
Favorite local restaurant?
Mhm.
I have to say is Don Casa. Yeah, the Mexican restaurant. It's pretty good. That's my go-to. I'll go there, get a burrito every other week or once a week or something like that. If I'm feeling good. But usually I'll just cook though. So
Nothing wrong with a good burrito though.
yeah.
So do you have a favorite streaming platform like a Netflix, Disney Plus, anything like that?
Definitely Netflix. Yeah, definitely Netflix. I'm actually watching the Squid Games right now. So
okay. That was going to be my next question. See if there's anything you've been watching. So,
yeah.
How far are you in the Squid Games?
I'm on episode 5 right now. I just started after I finished the 100 series.
Okay.
So yeah, that was
I haven't watched Squid Games yet, but I've heard it's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a twist, like a lot of twists and turns. So I definitely recommend it.
So, do you have a favorite music genre?
I like R&B, and then growing up in like the suburbs of Chicago and stuff, hip hop is like rap. So like rap R&B, yeah. So those 2 things.
Is there a recent album that you've listened to that you've really enjoyed?
Lil Durk and Lil Baby's new album, as you know who those guys are.
Yeah, I know who those are.
Yeah. That album was real high. Like I listened to that. That's probably my number 1 album to listen to, like before the games and stuff like that. So
okay, and get you pumped up and ready to play.
Yeah.
Okay. So your major is business management. What made you want to study business management?
So my dad actually has owned a business in Chicago for 27 years now. So I always grew up around entrepreneur-minded people and stuff like that. So I just always knew I never really wanted to work for somebody, in like the business world at least. And then I always knew I wanted to possibly own my own business. So I just wanted to take the precautions and the steps to like learn how to make my own business and build my own business and run my own business. So that's what led me to business management, so I can manage my own thing.
Is there a specific type of if you could open your own business, what would it be?
So everybody knows football doesn't last forever. So, but I always wanted to stay around it. So, and then I'm a real like workout junkie. So I would like to own like a training facility, like workout business, and then possibly even I wanted to start like a trucking company and things like that. So it's a lot of businesses that be going on in my head that I think about. But definitely the training facility for sure. That's number 1 when I'm done with football.
Nothing wrong with going into business for yourself, and you always got to be thinking about your next step. So,
yes, sir.
All right. So now that we've gotten to know you a little bit off the field, let's talk about Colonel football. So last year did not exactly go as well as we wanted it to go. I know we still made a bowl game and played Western Carolina and everything. So you guys are off to 5-2 start this year in a new conference.
Yes,
What do
sir.
you think the biggest difference between last year and this year is for you guys?
Well, actually, I wasn't here last year. I
Yeah,
actually transferred in.
that's right.
So, but from what I can pick up, it's just, like the team is honestly like we all just came together. Like it was a lot of different guys from different backgrounds, different states, different countries. We even have people from Australia here. So it's like
Yeah,
everybody just like this summer, we all just it was kind of rocky in the beginning. Everybody had their people. The whole team is starting to do this right now. And
yeah.
like we
I
starting to
mean,
mesh at the right time of the season. And then Coach Well did a good job of that. Like he was like when I came in, he was talking big about the culture, like he's changing the culture. And then I literally see it change before my eyes for the better. Also like the strength coach, Coach Brown, like probably one of the best dudes that I've ever met. Even outside of football, just talking to him. So like they're doing a real good job of making a positive culture and positive environment for everybody here. So that's probably
I
a
have
big
to
change that I see.
I have to imagine a big win like last week come from behind like that. That had to be a huge momentum builder for you guys and confidence that, even when you get into a sticky situation, you can just fight your way out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and then the crazy thing is, even at halftime, usually you'll think people will come in. Like I heard last year was like a lot of dissension. Like after like losing at halftime, I came in at halftime. It wasn't nobody screaming, no bad language. It was everybody all had a calm. Like we all looking at each other like, y'all ready to play now? Like we got the 10-hour drive out our system, so now let's go
Mhm.
ball. And then everybody on the sideline from the starting quarterback, to the last man on the depth chart, like whoever it was, like nobody even had a thought about losing that game. So yeah, we all came together and fought. So yeah.
That's awesome. So this is your first year at EKU. Was there anything that you tried to do in the summer to prepare yourself or to get better at some, a specific thing going into this season?
Yes, actually playing diving into becoming a true receiver. Because actually at my prior school, I played running back last season. So this season, this summer, me and the quarterbacks, like we'll get together, the 7-on-7s, and
Mhm.
we'll just throw the ball by ourselves, just really trying to create that connection. And then
Mhm.
through the summer, it was some growing pains, and then I just told the coaches like I'm gonna work my butt off, until like I am who you guys brought me in to be and who I believe that I can be. So yeah, and Parker McKinney, he does a good job of just leading and like always being there to just talk to me,
Yeah.
help me out like where he wants me to be, and yeah, really good leader, servant leader, and yeah, so he had a good like I had a big um, impact on me, and then as well as my coach Caleb Cox. Uh,
Is that
he's
the offensive coordinator?
That's my receivers coach.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's just a dude, like a real good teacher, real good coach. He definitely knows what he's doing. So yeah, like they just brought me in, taught me the playbook. Like sat me down and started slowing the game down a lot for me. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, chemistry is, especially when you're a receiver and you're, quarterback, that's got to be like the number one thing that you want to get. Make sure that you're on you guys are on the same page and makes your job a lot easier, I would think.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'm not sure what your previous school's conference is, but this is the Colonel's first year in the ASUN conference. Um, I know you didn't play with them last year, but how do you feel about playing in the ASUN conference in general? Was there a team or is there a team going forward that y'all kind of have circled on the calendar that you're looking forward to playing?
I mean, of course, it's always big to play the national championships. Any part of the season. So I mean, Sam Houston is a game that we know it's on the schedule, but Coach is the most important game on the schedule is the next game. So right now, the most important game that we got circled is Lamar right now, because we can't do nothing against Sam Houston if we don't get Lamar done next week. And then, and just Stephen F the following week, and we're just going to keep rolling through. But, yeah, Sam Houston definitely is the game that, we all, like it's hard to say, but I mean, they're the national champions, the reigning national champions. So that's definitely a game that we know that can really put our name on the map.
Okay. So last year, I'm not sure the school that you were at before, but most schools played with either no fans or limited fans at all. Mm-hmm. So now having fans back in the stands again, what is that like?
So it's amazing. So I actually went to NIU, and that's in the MAC. So like those matching games, it'll be 300 people in the stands on a regular game. It's Tuesday night, cold, like up north. So like the stadium here is just like Roy Kidd Stadium is like, I love it. Like it's really a breath of fresh air seeing like how much pride is in Richmond, Kentucky for their football team. So like it's an amazing experience. From the beginning of the Saturdays to like the Colonel Walk to playing, running down the hill on game day. So it's a real good experience.
Yeah. And I mean, I have to imagine when you make a big play and you hear all the fans just rooting for you and chanting y'all's name. I know that's got to be a great feeling compared to last year with hearing nothing at all, just your coaches and the refs and everything.
It's definitely a surreal feeling, and there's really nothing like it. It's nothing like catching a ball or scoring a touchdown or even making that block to spring like somebody else on your team to score a touchdown. Like it's nothing like it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So for my last question, I just want to know what your hopes are for the rest of the season, and are you guys going bowling?
Oh yeah. So the hopes for the rest of the season is of course just keep taking it week by week. Just keep rolling in wins. Like that's the biggest thing for me right now. I just want to win, be a part of a winning team, and and then bowl game for sure. Like this team is special. And like the coaches tell us all the time, like the players are starting to see, and like every player is buying in. Like that's the biggest thing with any college program, is just the buy-in from the players. And like I really see that. So bowl season, like we'll be there, and then just taking it week by week.
Well, that's all you can do. Well, Jyran, I want to thank you for your time and allowing me and the rest of the university and everybody that watches this podcast to get to know you a little bit. I wish you and the Colonel football team nothing but the best of luck and health going forward this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. No problem. You have a nice day.
You as well.
All right. Well, everyone, that will do it for the first episode of the Colonel Report. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time on the Colonel Report.